Top 5 cannibals known to man. 5. Nikolai Zhumaguliev. Kazakh serial killer Nikolai Zhumaguliev confessed to the murder of 10 people, though authorities assume there were most likely more victims. He claimed he wanted to rid the world of prostitutes, and would attack women, drink their blood, then eat their remains. While drunk, he shot a coworker and was apprehended, only to escape from custody twice, the second time he was on the run for 3 years. He was eventually apprehended and committed to a mental institution. Doctors claimed he was cured in 2005. Just before Christmas 2015, he supposedly escaped the facility again. Officials refused to confirm whether or not Zhumaguliev is at the mental facility, or if he even arrived there in the first time. Keep your eyes peeled. 4. Armin Moose. Known as the Master Butcher, German Armin Moose is famous for the murder and cannibalism of a voluntary victim. Moose posted on a website called the Cannibal Cafe for people with cannibalistic fetishes that he was looking for a well-built 18 to 30-year-old male to be slaughtered and then consumed. Burnt Jurgen Armando Brandis answered the ad. The two men made a videotape of Moose severing and then eating Brand's penis, which both men ate. Moose then killed and ate Brandis. When a college student noticed the online ad, Moose was arrested and sentenced to 8 years in prison. At a subsequent retrial, in which he stated that he still had a taste for flesh, he was sentenced to life in prison. 3. Jose Luis Calva. Police discovered Mexican murderer Jose Luis Calva eating a dish of human meat seasoned with lemon when they went to question him about the disappearance of his girlfriend in 2007. In his apartment, they also found the mutilated body of his girlfriend, human flesh in the refrigerator, a frying pan containing human flesh, and a cereal box filled with human bones. Calva had been working on an unfinished manuscript called Cannibal Instincts, and there was a photo of Anthony Hopkins as Hannibal Lecter taped to his wall. After being sentenced to 84 years in prison, Calva committed suicide in his cell. 2. Issei Sagawa. At barely 5 feet tall, Sagawa said he chose his classmate, the 5'10", 25-year-old Renee Hartevelt, as his victim for her beauty and health. He lured her to his apartment, shot her, and over the course of 2 days, cannibalized her body. When he tried to discard her remains in the Bois de Boulogne lake in Paris, he was spotted and arrested. The French government extradited Sagawa to Japan, where he was committed to a mental institution. But, with the French case closed, he was able to check himself out, and, horrifyingly, has lived free since 1986. Sagawa has published several books and even worked briefly as a restaurant reviewer. In an interview with Vice magazine in 2009, he said that being forced to make a living as a known murderer and cannibal was a terrible punishment. 1. Jeffrey Dahmer. Undoubtedly the most notorious cannibalistic serial killer, Jeffrey Dahmer murdered 17 young men between 1978 and 1991. Murder, though, was just the beginning of Dahmer's sick and twisted MO. He dismembered, cannibalized, and retained human remains, earning the nickname, the Milwaukee Cannibal. Sentenced to 16 life terms in prison, Dahmer was beaten to death by fellow inmate Christopher Scarver in 1994.